What's up everyone, back for another vlog, and in today's vlog I'll be showing you the Shelfie beers that I'll be reviewing for the month of June 2024. So if you're unfamiliar with what Shelfie beer reviews are, they are reviews of beers that I can easily grab off the shelves here in the Buffalo, New York area, and I try to get a good mixture of beers from some of the bigger regional, national, and international breweries, and I post Shelfie beer reviews every single Tuesday and Friday of each month, and in the month of June, there are 8 Tuesdays and Fridays. Therefore, there are 8 beers here in front of me, and they are in order of how I'm going to post them over the course of the month from your left to right. So this is the first that I'll post, and this will be the last. So let's see what I picked up for this month. Now, the first one here is, I would say, an iconic IPA in the US. It comes from Cigar City Brewing, and it is their High Lie IPA. So this is an American IPA, comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume, and by the time I review this one, it's going to be around 5 weeks old. Now, I've been wanting to review this one for a couple years. I mean, I've had this beer numerous times before. However, here in the Buffalo, New York area, it's very hard to find singles of this one, whether it's in this 12 fluid ounce can or the Stovepipe 19.2 fluid ounce cans. If you buy 6-packs or 12 packs, I'm sure you can find it relatively fresh. Every single time I would go to pick this one up, it's like 3+ months old, and when I'm reviewing it, I don't want it to be that old. You know, I'm not a huge stickler for freshness in terms of like, oh my God, that's over a month old, I'm not going to drink it. However, when I'm reviewing something like this, somewhat of an iconic IPA, or like, something I'm trying for the first time, I don't want it super old. So luckily, when I picked this one up, it was about a month old, 5 weeks. We should be good to go, and I'm super excited to finally review this one. It's been a long time coming, so can't wait to get into that one. Next, we have from the Narragansett Brewing Company, their Fresh Catch. So they call this one a Citrus Session Ale, 4.2% alcohol by volume, and this one will be about 7 weeks old when I review it. And this is another one that I've been wanting to review for a couple years now. However, we don't get this as often here in the Buffalo area, more so in Rochester, New York. And I have never been able to find this one relatively fresh. This one's going to be just under 2 months old. We should be fine. It also comes in this year, the variety, like there's summer variety pack, which includes this, the Summer Catch, and an IPA. Quite a few people have told me to review this one over the years, and most recently Chaz, a viewer of the channel who loves distribution, shout out to you, Chaz, he mentioned that this is one of his favorite like Shelfie beers. Same thing with the Summer Catch. If I can get a single of the Summer Catch, I will review that this year, but it's only available in the variety pack, and I really don't buy variety packs that often, so we'll see. But I'm looking forward to this one. This is basically a blonde ale, American blonde ale that is dry hopped with Citra hops, so I'm here for it. Next, we have a beer from a brewery that I've wanted to see distribution here in the New York, and I would say New York region, here in New York State, for many years, and that brewery is none other than the Deschutes Brewery. I think they're out of Bend, Oregon, and this is their Fresh Squeezed IPA. It says loaded with juicy hops, comes in at 6.4% alcohol by volume, and it's relatively fresh. By the time I get to it, it'll be about 6 weeks old, which is fine. I've had this one numerous times before. However, like I said, we have not gotten distribution of Deschutes here in New York State, so anytime I've ever tried their stuff, typically, I'll pick it up in Ohio or PA. They've gotten distribution, I think, to both states for many years. Their Black Butte Porter, which I've already reviewed on the channel, one of my favorite American porters. This I remember being really good, going back 10 years ago. And their Abyss series is fantastic. The Black Butte Anniversary series is awesome. They do some great seasonals. So I hope a lot of their catalog shows up over the next year so I can review a lot of their beer. This I always remember being pretty good, so we will see. Next, we have a beer from Prairie Artisan Ales. It is their buzzer beater. So on the label here, I love this. They're, being honest, it says sour ale with natural flavors and FD and C blue #1. So this comes in at, I think it's 5.3% alcohol by volume, and by the time I review this one, it's going to be just over 3 months old. Now, this one specifically is actually brewed, or it just says, if you look on Untapped or Instagram, it just says sour ale with Glacier Freeze sports drink, which is Gatorade's Glacier Freeze, which is one of their most popular flavors. So what I did is I went and picked up a bottle of Gatorade Glacier Freeze to compare to this in the review to see, did they mimic that beverage in a 5.3% sour beer? We'll see. Also, I forgot that I wasn't showing you guys the label. High Lie, we all know High Lie. Well, I'll talk about it more when I review this beer, but Monster Energy Drink, they have the Monster Brewing Company. They unfortunately just bought or not just bought, a couple years ago, they bought the Canarchy, which owns, I think it's Cigar City, Oscar Blues, and a couple others. And then recently, a couple months ago, they decided that they were going to shut down, I think, the main production facility, or the main facility in Tampa, where Cigar City originated and where all their, basically everybody knows them from. And they're going to move their brewing, the production of their beers to North Carolina, where the Oscar Blues has their second location. So I thought that was very unfortunate, and hopefully this one was brewed in Tampa. I have no idea if they've already removed the if they've already moved the production or not, but yeah, very disheartening. So hopefully that tastes kind of like what I remember tasting. We'll see. Next, this is a beer that I'll be 100% transparent with you. I did not know this beer still existed. I just didn't. It's from the Magic Hat Brewing Company, and they used to be, where did they used to be out of? Was it Connecticut? Was it Massachusetts? I forget where Magic Hat, or Vermont. It was Vermont, right? Something like that. Now, though, on the label here, it says that Magic Hat Brewing Company, Rochester, New York. Genesee brews this one. Anyway, this is their iconic Magic Hat number 9. So they always called this one a not quite pale ale. Basically, I think it's an apricot pale ale. Comes in at 5.1% alcohol by volume. I don't see a date on here at all, so I could not tell you. Or no, there is a date over here. That's right. But it's real dark, and I couldn't really make it out. I want to say this, it says like B24. If that is the case, then this is probably what? February 20th of 2024. So by the time I get this, will be like 3.5 months old. It is what it is. But again, I didn't know this beer existed. I've had this beer numerous times before, but Magic Hat kind of has just fallen off the map, so to speak. And now it seems that though maybe the parent company that owns Genesee owns Magic Hat. I'll look into it when I review it, but I used to drink a decent amount of Magic Hat going back like 12, 14 years. I have not seen this one in a very long time. So I'm curious to see what this one is all about. I guess we'll figure it out together. Next, we have from Left Hand. We have one that seemed very interesting based on the style itself, but this is their Belgian White Nitro. It's a Belgian-style wheat beer, aka a wit beer. So this is a beer brewed with coriander and orange peel, 4.8%, and I can't really read the package on date. It either says March 12th or May 12th. I'd imagine it's March 12th because I think I picked this one up like maybe a week after that, or like, yeah, about a week after that, so I highly doubt it's that fresh. So it's a Belgian wit beer on nitro. I don't know how that's going to work out. When it comes to the style, one of the best things about Belgian wit beers for myself is the body and mouthfeel. It's somehow, spritzy, crisp, effervescent, but still smooth and creamy. Well, you're going to get the smooth and creaminess from the nitro, but I think that crispness and everything is going to not really be there, so it's going to be weird. But I wanted to try it. I'm very interested to see if they pulled it off or not, so I guess we'll find out together. Next, we have a beer that I almost just dropped. It's from Dogfish Head, and it is their Mandarin and Mango Crush. So this is an ale brewed with mandarin orange, mango, and natural flavors added. 6% alcohol by volume, part of their 2024 art series. And this one is best by August of 2024. And I think I could probably figure out... No, I can't really figure out the date. I don't know. I thought I was able to, but yeah, we should be fine. Best by August 2024, a couple months away. We're fine. I know they released this one the last couple years. I've never had it, so I thought, hey, pick it up. It's a good spring summer beer, and we're moving in on summer. We're like 3 weeks away, so we should be fine with that one. And then finally, pretty much the only dark beer of all of these beers here, and it is from good old Schlenkerla out of Bamberg, Germany, and this is the Ella Schwarzbier. So this is a smoked Schwarzbier, 4.2% alcohol by volume. They use alderwood instead of beech. And I love Schwarzbiers. I'm getting into smoked beers a little bit more, so this is going to be a fun one to take down, in my opinion. Now, I have 3 other Schlenkerlas. I have their Helles, I have their Meritzen, and I have their Lent beer. However, a good friend of mine, a fellow beer tuber, Sam Smalley over at Short and Stout Beer Reviews, he wants to do a Schlenkerla like live stream where everybody has a couple beers. So I'm saving a couple for those. Whatever one I don't drink during that live stream, I'll probably review maybe next month or before the end of summer. These can hold up. It's not like they have to be drank super fresh, especially a beer like this. I think this one's probably like 7 or 8 months old. We'll see. It's been in my fridge for many months now. So yeah, I mean, I think I have a pretty good mixture of stuff, especially when you're talking about the fact that it's June. We're, you know, at the tail end of spring, heading into summer. There's a lot of low ABV crushers, fruit beers, kind of like last month. You got, you know, 2 IPAs here, the only 2 IPAs of the bunch. You got like a citrus session ale, lower ABV crusher. You got a sour beer, a apricot pale ale, a Belgian Witbier Nitro, another fruit beer that's not a sour, and then a smoked Schwarzbier. So as I always do at the end of these vlogs, I ask you guys, as far as these 8 beers are going, what is your favorite of the bunch if you've had them? Post in the comment section if you've had any of them and what you thought about them, and also which ones are you looking forward to me reviewing the most. Now, again, I think this could be the most interesting and maybe polarizing of the bunch, just because, again, a Belgian Witbier on Nitro sounds kind of wonky. I'm curious to see how the Prairie does with this Gatorade-esque sour beer. Magic Hat number 9, like I said, I had no idea they still produced it, so I'm looking forward to that one. And then Highline and Fresh Squeeze, 2 beers that I haven't had in a hot minute that I remember being very delicious IPAs. We'll see where my palate is nowadays with these. Really curious. Obviously, the Fresh Catch, a low ABV crusher, and then you got the smoked beer. But yeah, I would say this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. This is the one that I find the most, like, are they going to be able to pull it off and replicate what they're going for? So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another vlog here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.